Definitely not too surprising to see the news on Tuesday. Mattia Binotto has left Ferrari effective December 31st. He's resigned. It does feel like he has been offered that resignation rather than being fired. That was the rumour going into the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, that he was about to be replaced. Interestingly, Ferrari rejected that suggestion. There was a report before the final race of the season that Alfa Romeo boss Fred Vasseur was going to come in and replace Binotto. Ferrari denied that, but obviously things behind the scenes have been moving in a different direction, and Binotto will no longer be in charge of the team come the end of the season. Now, that's not too surprising if you look at the team's season as a whole. Ferrari came into the year massive favourites to win the championship. With that great car they delivered, and they had two wins from the first three races, and really it looked like this was Ferrari's season to lose. It panned out very, very differently for them. Strategy problems all the way through the season, reliability issues all the way through the season, and some driver errors in there as well. Let's not completely blame the team for the way things panned out, but as with everything in sport, the buck has to stop somewhere, and in this case it had to stop with the team boss. I'm not sure whether just replacing Binotto is going to be enough for Ferrari. It seems like there are deep-rooted problems at that team, but it's obviously a start, and we won't know yet for a little while, it seems, who will be replacing him. Vasseur still seems like the strongest option there. I think one of the benefits of getting Vasseur in is that he worked with Charles Leclerc when Leclerc was a rookie. Alfa Romeo, Leclerc seems really frustrated in the final couple of races of the season, especially with the way the strategy was panning out. Just generally hasn't looked too happy at Ferrari in the second half of the season. So that could be seen as a move to get him back on board. But yeah, definitely an interesting time at Ferrari right now. They clearly have a car that is still in the ballpark. It's still competitive. It's still one of the fastest cars out there. And in terms of raw pace, is not far off Red Bull, despite what this season looked like in terms of the points gap. So if Ferrari can get things together, they're not out of things. They can definitely not write off challenging for a championship just yet, but they're going to have to make the right decisions behind the scenes, and time will tell whether this is the right call. Binotto joined in 2019. He's had an interesting run at the team. His first season they were instantly competitive, and then it turned out they had that illegal engine. There was a settlement behind closed doors. There was 2 years where Ferrari really dropped off the pace following that settlement, and then they came back this season. So Binotto's carried the weight for a lot of what has gone wrong behind the scenes, I think, and it's been clear that John Elkann, Ferrari president, has been looking to get rid of him for a while, but one of the issues has been purely the fact that there's just not an obvious replacement for him. So the next few weeks will be fascinating, whether they hire from within, but again, it's difficult to see any candidates that really stand out, or whether they go for somebody like Fred Vasseur, who's at Alfa Romeo, and of course will be looking to get out of that team before Audi arrives in 26. So watch this space for what happens next, but big movement at Ferrari. Maybe not the most surprising thing, but very significant going forward in Formula One.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.